Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're coming back, my name is Marissa Price. Um, but yeah, this is just a community mental health check-in. I feel like I have not been live in years. It's only been a week. Um, but yeah, welcome to everyone who's joining. This is just a low-key chat as we're entering the holiday season, which can be stressful, very stressful, especially if you already struggle, if you experience anxiety, depression, any other kind of mental health issue. This can be a really rough time. Um, Add on to that things like grief, collective grief that we're all experiencing at the moment. Just seeing the different things that are happening in the world, right? That affects us. That affects us. So yeah, I didn't really have anything to talk about besides that. Just wanted to let you know that you are not alone if you are encountering any of these feelings of anxiety, depression. Add to that list, right? The holiday season is stressful for a lot of reasons. And what we're seeing going on in the world just kind of adds to that collective pain and trauma that we're going through. Seeing other people suffer, right? It has an impact on us. Vicarious trauma is real. And that is when we are traumatized by seeing other people be traumatized. So it's not so much of an individual thing as it's often talked about in Western societies a lot, that we experience trauma on an individual level. But we are also traumatized when we see other people experience these things, right? Especially if we can relate to them, if they've happened in our own lives. So, yeah, just wanted to hold space for that. If you are experiencing any type of feelings as we go into the holiday season, if you're experiencing anxiety just from living, right? Living is a lot in and of itself. And then add to that all the things like trauma, right? Hey, hey, enough vitamin C. Hello, hello. Good to see you here. Yes. My fellow Marissa. We're both named Marissa. So yes. Um, so yeah, as we're going into especially like fall, right? Winter, seasonal depression is real. When it gets darker outside, we know the clocks just went back an hour, which leaves less time for daylight. That affects a lot of our moods, just that. So if you are experiencing that, you're not alone. A lot of us are experiencing that. Um, Me being abroad at the moment, I am in Mexico, so it is still daylight outside um, at night, which is interesting. I need to do more research into that. Why is that? But yes, the Dark Knight. Hello, peace. Yes, peace to you. Peace to you. Yeah, yeah. So this is just like a low key chat about mental health. Um, Hi, big old scripts. I love that name. Hello, hello, Donna Troy. Hello, welcome, welcome. Yeah, this week, this week, this week has been a lot. This week has been a lot. It has. Yes, yes. The educator. Hi, welcome, y'all. Yes. Been waiting on you all day. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, the lack of the sun depresses me. Yes, yes. That's the case for a lot of us, right? Because our bodies are naturally meant to slow down. We kind of get into this hibernation mode, right? Of it getting dark outside, of it getting colder, want to like cuddle up. But especially when you work in any type of corporate environment, right? Q4 is often the point where they push you even harder. It's like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to get all this done when my body is telling me naturally to slow down? Because that's what my body does right at this time of year. And we're just expected to go even harder and perform and do performance reviews. That's a whole other topic, performance reviews. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Plus, add on all the things that we see happening in the world. Um, how is that not supposed to affect us? We live in a collective community, right? Even though, like I said, in Western societies, it tries to individualize us as no, you're experiencing that over there. I'm experiencing this over here, and they're not related. And I don't feel what you're feeling. That's not, no, that's not right. And today, I know y'all heard. I didn't. I didn't. But yeah, if you could please share. Please share. Mara, hello, hello. Hey, yes. I'll be chatting with Mara on, is it December 7th at this time? So I'm excited about that. Because Mara drops gems on her channel. I've been watching her channel like, yes. Especially if you're looking for content around healing from things with parents, trauma with parents. She does a lot of great content in that arena. But no, I didn't hear what happened. So if y'all could please share that with me. Yeah, seasonal depression catches me off guard every year. Yeah, it does. It does. Yep. Oh, oh. Did he finally going down? Oh, before y'all look into it. Oh, the rumors are true. Oh, okay. I didn't hear about that. Okay. I gotta look that up when I get off. Thank you. Mm. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing his tendencies as a predator, I'm guessing are revealed. Something in that arena. That would not surprise me. But yeah. Yeah. Mara, yes. I'm so excited to have you on too. Yes. Yes. And I do want to let me just post your channel real quick. Follow Mara, y'all. I can remember. Mara, could you mind posting your handle on YouTube and then I'll post it in the chat. I'll link it in the chat. But yes. Diddy, it's the age of Aquarius. These toxic celebs are being exposed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did not hear about that. I did not hear about that. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Please create YouTube so you can tell us about this because I had no idea. I had no idea. Yeah. So as we're going into, like I said, the colder months, fall, winter, it can be difficult. It can be difficult for those of us who experience seasonal depression. Um, Add on top of that, like I said, all of the world events that are impacting us. And we see really atrocious things happening. And it feels like we're powerless often to stop, and we just have to kind of sit back and watch people be traumatized. And that has an impact on us too. As members of the global community, when we see other people hurting, it hurts us too, especially if you're a highly sensitive person like I am, right? We take in messages all the time about how people feel. We feel people's feelings often. I know that I do. Um, so that's another layer of adding to anxiety, depression, any type of mental health issue when you are an empathetic person and you do feel things very deeply. Um, so yeah, if you're going through that, you're not alone. You're not alone. A lot of us are feeling this. And going into the holiday season, I know a lot of us have probably lost loved ones, and it's not going to feel the same. I know that's the case for me in dealing with that. And that can add another layer of complexity, especially if you already have issues with your family members, right? Family gatherings, that can bring up so much anxiety. People not respecting your boundaries, people having things to say that are not nice, that are not respectful. Um, that can bring on so much. So a lot of us are really going through it at this time, and know that you're not alone if that's you. Okay. Yes. Oh yes, if you could post your handle for your YouTube channel. Is it Let's Talk About It with Mara? Is that your YouTube handle? Just so I can post your handle in the chat. But yeah. Or is it Mara underscore BX? That might be it. That might be it. Yes, but I do want to post Mara's channel. Yes. Clarissa, hello. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the dark night. Yeah, it's been a while since I cried, but this whole situation. Ooh. Palestine, Congo, Sudan broke me up once. Like, man, yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And thank you for sharing that. Um, just seeing everything that's happening in the world is like, why? Why, right? And we know like the we know the common denominator often in a lot of these situations. And for that to be so many of our place of origin, right, our birthplace, and having that label affixed to us, seeing all of the damage, the violence, the grief that is brought on. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yes, Mara BX. Okay. Yes, I thought so. Yes, so y'all follow Mara. I'm going to be chatting with Mara on December 7th at this time at 8 p.m. So we'll talk about like the content on her channel, right? Talking about this is perfect going into the holidays, trauma around family members, narcissistic relationships. I know a lot of us have to deal with that when it comes to our family members, and that's difficult. So you could love someone, right? But they could also be toxic. So how do you set up boundaries? Like, no, I can't. I can only take you for so much before you start to hurt me. Because that should always be the goal, to preserve yourself, to protect your energy, to protect your peace in whatever way you see fit. Hmm. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. No, no, no. You are good. Don O'Neill, hello. Yes, the consumerism. Ooh, thank you for bringing that up. The consumerism, the debt, the pressure to buy during this time. Add to that inflation, a lot of us don't have it. A lot of us don't have it. And still, there's this pressure to continuously buy, to buy more and more, right? Being in the US, especially, there's never no, like, there's never in enough. There's never a limit. There's never a point of satisfaction that we're sold. We're sold just keep buying, keep accumulating things. And I know, especially being abroad, that has been something of a growth area for me, right? Like, I don't need all of this excess. I've been traveling with the same clothes for like 6 months now, almost. Just enough to fit in my suitcase. I'm like, I don't need all of that stuff. I do have a storage unit back in the US. I'm like, I need to handle that. That's a whole other topic. But it's like all of these things we accumulate, you get outside the US, especially, and you realize you don't need a lot of it. You need the essentials, but we're sold that we have to keep accumulating more. Consumerism, the trap of consumerism. Ooh, that's real. Donna, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Yes. Yes. Please be sure to subscribe to Mayor's channel. It's amazing. Yes. Also, make sure y'all get vitamin D supplementation for the winter, beat that seasonal depression. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. 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 So if y'all are struggling, right? Just the trauma of living during these times is a lot. Add to that the collective suffering that we're seeing, seasonal depression, inflation, student debt payments restarting, seeing, there's a lot. Seeing what's happening in Congress, that's a whole separate topic. I don't even know if I want to get into that mess. It's a lot. It's a lot at one time, which is just my point, right? All of these things kind of feel compounding. So if you are experiencing that, you're not the only one. Believe me, you're not. And your well-being is important, and you prioritizing your peace is essential because we need you here. We need you here. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. So just, yeah, trying to figure out what to talk about now. It's a lot. It's a lot. Even talking about it sometimes can be a lot, right? So a lot of us tend to suppress all of these messages that we receive, all the images from the media. We just kind of have to suppress it and keep going. We're in survival mode. because that's what these systems leave us in survival mode, where we just have to go day to day, making it through the day, right? Not even being able to reflect or have time or space to sit and reflect on what's happening in the world. And that's on purpose. Because if we did, we would be able to strategize, come together, and be like, why are we living like this? So these systems work like this on purpose to purposely make it so that we don't have time to rest. So that we don't have time to reflect, to turn us against each other, right? When our causes are often aligned so often. But that is a tool of oppression, to turn natural, people who align into enemies so that they can't strategize and plan for a different future. Yeah. Yeah. Holidays can feel heavy. I personally spend the holidays by myself. I prefer it. Not sure if it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. That's not a bad thing at all. Do what makes you feel good. That's exactly how I feel. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. Family stuff, and it can be a lot. So prioritize your peace. So no, there's nothing bad about that at all. And thank you for sharing that. I know a lot of people feel like that too. And there's such shame around you not wanting to interact with people, right, who may hurt you and harm you just because you're blood related. There's a lot of shame around that. But your peace is the priority. So no, thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yeah. Conversations at work about Thanksgiving and food. Yeah. Yeah. Can be draining. Those work conversations, whew, where you have to pretend to care all the time. You have to laugh at things that are not funny. Especially around this time, people like to ask, get in your business a lot, ask you personal questions. That can be a lot. And establishing boundaries, like I'm not going to talk about that. And that's okay to set that boundary for yourself, right? You are the priority. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it. And there's a way to say, like, I'm not going to talk about that, but thank you for asking. Yeah. Enough vitamin T. It's a lot. Yeah. Shamefully. Oh, no. No shame. No shame. I've been going into hermit mode because I can't handle it all. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. And I've been feeling that need too to kind of withdraw into myself because it is so much. It's overwhelming. It's so overwhelming to see everything that's happening and feel like you don't have any power. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah. It's whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Not everyone needs to be around family. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. Yeah. Educator. Yes, my siblings have already come in town. Gotcha. I'm the only one who stayed in the town we grew up in with our parents, grandparents, and lots of extended family. I'm expected to cater to my siblings. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot. Thank you for sharing that. The expectation that you have to cater to your siblings, right? That's a lot of energy that you're putting out. So yes, please make time to care for yourself in all of that. Because that's a lot. Yeah. Last year, what's the movies on Christmas Day? Yay! I love that. I love that. Yeah. I've done that a few times. I love that. I love that. Little tradition. See, like, start traditions by ourselves. I love that. I love that. Jupiter's Corner, I had to go no contact with Biofather. Oh, for 2 years now, going on 3 years. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And I'm sorry you had to do that. I can relate to that as well. Having to go no contact with a parent. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard. And the social pressure to have all these family gatherings, have like the perfect family that you go and take pictures. It's like, that's not the case for so many of us, but we're sold this dream, this image that it has to look like this. And that leads a lot of us feeling ashamed when it doesn't look like that. But the truth is, a lot of our lives don't look like that. That's just the messaging we're sold. That's the image we're sold. Oh yeah. Yeah. It can. Going no contact with a toxic parent can feel heavy around the holidays. It can. It absolutely can. Yeah. Can relate to that. Can relate to that. Yeah. Darn it. Look, gotta put on my Caucasian voice and everything at work. Slipping out of drawers. Woo. The voice. The voice. Yep. Familiar with that, right? The masking that we have to do in a lot of these environments. Pretending like we're okay. Again, pretending that things are funny when they're not. Laughing when things are not funny. Constantly masking takes so much energy. So I do want to hold space for that too, because that's a lot day to day. Talking a way that you don't talk, right? You have to put on all the time, especially being in corporate, in finance, especially banking, right? Any type of work environment for real, but it's draining. It's draining. Yeah. The social pressure. Yeah, the social pressure to have everything look like it's all together. It's a lot. It's just a lot to deal with. And how does that weigh on our mental health, right? When we're trying to keep up all of these images that are not true, that are not true. We're trying so hard to like make sure everyone on the outside thinks that we're okay and that we have the perfect this and that. It's it's a lot. It's a lot of energy. Yeah. I have my dog and me. My mom will see me though. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes. I have my dog here too. Yeah. It's just hard to pretend to care about all this corporate. Yeah. Glad at least my college classes gave us room to vent. Yeah. Yeah. It is hard to care. It is. Yep. And when you see, corporations and the things that they're involved in, and then you're trying to do your job to further their mission, further their, I guess you can call it imagination, right? It's a lot. It takes a lot out of you, especially when you do know the truth and you're able to admit that to yourself, right? And you still have to carry it out day to day to live, because that's what these systems require us to do so often. Shove down the truth, shove down what we see every day happening to survive. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah. Oh yeah. Blessings to you, Marissa, for doing this. Seriously, one of the, oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eileen Brown. I'm an empty nester, so I had to get over traditional holiday celebrations. Yeah. If I cook, it's usually something simple unless one of my kids actually says they're gonna come over. Gotcha. Yeah. 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 And you can make your own traditions, right? You can make your own celebrations. It doesn't have to look like any of these things that we're told it has to look like to mirror someone else's celebration, knowing they're probably unhappy too, right? Knowing they're probably miserable behind the scenes too. So whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you content, whatever prioritizes your peace, again, your well-being. As we're in these colder months, a lot of us already experiencing seasonal depression. With the time rolling back, especially, there's less daylight. So your peace is a priority. And whatever that looks like for you. There is no shame if your, family gatherings don't look like they do on TV. If you don't even have family gatherings, if it's just you, I'm clapping for you. I'm clapping for you because it doesn't have to look like what anyone says it has to look like. Whatever you want it to look like, right? That's the thing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Our own holiday. It does not have to look like anything. Any of these images we're constantly fed, right? That just kind of creates this internal shame for no reason. Like, no, no, we can make it look like whatever we want it to. So yes, um, just wanted this to be like a check-in about how y'all are doing. I am going to take time to rest over the next couple of weeks. I am excited about an interview I have coming up, though, with Dr. Catherine Sophia Bell, talking about Black women's pleasure. So she is a world renowned expert on this, who I actually had the pleasure of meeting in Rashida Dow's group from Burnout to Bliss, which is a group coaching program for Black women. Um, so yeah, I got to know her in that, and I'm excited to speak with her on November 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern here. So that should be interesting and amazing. Yeah. Enough by M&T. So many of my friends right now are being forced to go to corporate holiday parties at jobs they hate, and that breaks my heart. Yeah. The corporate holiday parties. Ooh. Yep. That's a lot. That's a lot. Pretending, constantly pretending. Ooh, that part of my life feels so far away. It's not that far away actually. But now working for myself, especially being abroad now, that feels like a distant memory. But I know for a lot of people who are still in that, the constant pretending, right? Pretending that you like people that you really don't like. It's a lot. It's energy draining. It's energy draining. So I just want to say that out loud because it is. It really is. Yes. Celebrate the ancestors. Yes. 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 Woo. Every day. Yes. Oh, not fruitcake. It's somebody that's your fruitcake. Ooh, fruitcake is the worst. Fruitcake is the absolute worst. I'm sorry if you like fruitcake. I'm sorry if you like fruitcake. I personally don't like it. Um, but yeah, it is draining. It is to pretend all the time. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Jupiter's Corner. Yes, I have my ancestors' altar and I talk to them. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Yes, that has been on my list. I have a mini altar that I set up here, but being abroad, I don't have a lot of stuff, honestly. Um, but I love that. I love that. Yes. Oh, not the casseroles. All the fruitcakes and casseroles I politely took home. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of casseroles. Lots of casseroles. Ooh. I remember those days alcohol I drank made it easy to small talk with people. Yeah. And that's another thing, like coping mechanisms, right? Like often we'll turn to alcohol to help us cope with these things that feel really uncomfortable, actually. These social situations that might bring up anxiety, and using things like that as a way to cope with that. So that's real. And thank you for sharing that because I know a lot of people can relate to that. Yeah. Oh, no. I tried to feed a coworker's fruitcake to some squirrels, and even the damn squirrels wouldn't eat it. They sniffed it once and said, "Oh hell no." Okay. Oh, not the squirrels, not even eating the fruitcake. Oh my god. No. Oh. There, I guess when I worked at Macy's, they gave us a pizza party and sent us home. Like sent you home for the day so that you didn't have to work the rest of the day, or because that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. And again, the vicarious trauma, right? So vicarious trauma is you being traumatized by seeing someone else be traumatized, which is real. So it's not just us as individuals living in how we're traumatized, it just stays with us. We live in a community, we live in a collective. So if we see another person hurting, especially if you are tapped into your empathy, right, and your sensitivity to these things, it can feel like you experienced that too. So that's real, vicarious trauma. Um, yeah. Squirrel story. Got me cracking up. Thank you. I needed that laugh. Yes. The squirrel's not eating the fruitcake. I think that says it all. I think that says it all. And again, apologies if you like fruitcake. Apologies. Ooh, yeah. Oh, okay. Like, here, take this. Okay. Now that's not right. Take this cold pizza and get out of here? No. I hate that. I hate that. It was cold pizza too. It wasn't even hot pizza. Macy's. I used to work at JCPenney way back in the day. Way back in the day. And they would try to do that to us too. Like, I don't want your cold food that you're providing us. Like, why are you? I don't want that. I don't want that. No. I hated working for Macy's. Yeah. Yeah. Working for department stores for me, working in JCPenney was the worst, one of the worst work experiences I have had. Again, with another toxic boss who tried to call me out in front of other people for not folding jeans perfectly. I still got beef with her. But ooh, working in department stores, it's a lot. All of these things are a lot, right? And they all lead back to the same thing. We're living in systems that are not designed for us to thrive. We're living in systems that are like extracting our labor, our time, that don't care about our well-being, and we're just trying to do our best to survive day to day. Oh yeah. Oh, Marissa, thank you. I'm going to say good for you, Marissa, for planning on taking a break. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes, I am going to take a break. Yes, YouTube has become kind of like another job for me. I love it. I love talking with y'all, but just planning content and scheduling while I'm trying to build my business and trying to do, online business education and creating content around that, that's a lot. So yes, thank you for that. I'm gonna take time to rest until the 30th. Yeah. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. JC Penney. Ooh, JC Penney was the worst. It really was. My experience working there. Mm. Yes, yes, yes. The educators, them folks looking at you crazy for not eating their food, and they always, oh no, not cat hair everywhere, never wash their hands. Oh, oh my God, no, no, just no. That's not right. Not cat hair. I don't eat other people's food like that, y'all. I don't. I can't because of that reason, right? I don't know what type of situation that you have going on at your house. If you have a cat, and not anything against people that have cats, no. But when you aren't clean and you have cats and you're bringing food, that's a no. That's a no for me. No. Worst micromanagement experience working there. I felt like a child. Mara, that's how I felt at Jason. I probably shouldn't be saying their name over and over again, but that's how I felt working where I worked. Oh my gosh. Like a child for not folding jeans perfectly. This woman called me out in front of like 5 of my other coworkers as we were cleaning the store to close for the night for not folding jeans perfectly, knowing that entire store looked like a mess. Working in retail, Lori said, what retail is toxic, period. A lot of toxicity, a lot of, ooh, like Mara said, the micromanagement over things that don't even matter. A lot of people on power trips. Absolutely. Absolutely. Customers were terrible. I got cold by customers, and the way they treat you over coupons is, oh, not the coupons. bringing back bringing back memories for me. The coupons. The way they treat you over coupons is disgusting. Like you're cursing me out over 10% off. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's so real. That is so real. Ooh. That's bringing back so many memories. I worked there in my teenage years, so it's been a while now. But the way people would get so angry, and if a coupon didn't work, if a coupon did not work, you would never hear the end of it. Ooh, I feel that. I feel that. Yep. Donna says, when you don't do what everyone is doing, people don't know how to respond to your nonconformity. That's so true. That is true. Yep. Yep. Because the society that we live in, right, you have to conform so often. And if you don't, people like to call you out, especially bullies. Bullies like to make an example of you to gain power for themselves, right? That's how narcissists get their supply, by putting other people down to prop themselves up because they're so insecure inside. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. That is a good point. Okay. Okay. Yep. That was a horrible, horrible job. Horrible job. Tea Time Beauty. Hey, yes. Happy to be here. Thank you for commuting. Oh, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Yes. Oh, no. The educator. There was a cat in the office. They were always petting. And then made food, and they would go, hmm, hmm, ooh, yeah, yep, ooh. Yeah, I don't know if y'all are like that too, but I don't eat other people's food. I don't. I have to know you. I have to know you and trust you. I have to know what your house looks like. I have to know what your kitchen looks like before I will eat your food. Um, 'Cause, ooh, yeah, that's a lot. And especially with like holiday parties, right? You have people from people you don't know well bringing in food that they've cooked, and it's a lot. So the educator, thank you for bringing that up because mm, that's real. That's real. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Management is so annoying. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Management. Mm-mm. Management in retail, at least when I worked in there, would go off about the smallest things, right? Things that again don't matter. They don't matter, but it just gives them a little bit of power to be able to call you out about it in front of everyone. Um, mm. Retail as a whole, yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't eat other people's food too. Okay, yeah, yeah. It takes a lot. It takes trust, and a lot of the folks we work with, we don't trust. Let's be honest, we don't. I don't know what's your house situation. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. I don't know. So yeah, that's real. That's real. Asking, can I use an expired coupon? Oh my gosh. And then get mad at you for trying to use an expired coupon. The entitlement in retail stores, especially in the US, is on a whole other level, especially during the holiday season. So if you work in retail, I'm sending you all the love because I know that you're going through it. During this time, people lose it. People lose it at retail stores. Grocery stores, if you do work at a grocery store, I know this time can be extremely stressful, trying to meet all these demands while again your body is naturally slowing down and they're trying to ramp up production to get to some arbitrary goal. What are we rushing towards? All of this pressure to continuously rush and drain ourselves, drain our energy. What are we rushing to? What are we rushing to? Yeah. Mm. I hated how customers would try and cuss you out for their card not going through. Mm. Yep. Customers in retail stores in the United States. It's too much. It's too much. The stress of that. The stress of that. And then trying to maintain your composure, right? When someone, like you said, is trying to cuss you out for their card not going through it, then you have to maintain your composure and act like it's okay, or else you're going to lose your job. It's a lot we're dealing with. They did try it with the coupons. They did. That was the worst. When I saw someone pull out a coupon, it's so stressful because you know that they might try to get an attitude, right? If Mara said, like, if it's expired and they still want to use it, it's stressful. It's so stressful. Yeah. Donna said, yes, I quit my retail job a month ago because it was toxic and I don't miss it. Celebrating you. Yes. Because it was toxic. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. That's a whole other. Oh, I'm writing this down. Thank you. Retail. Ooh. Yep. Yeah. It's a lot. Saying the customer is always right. Yeah. Yeah. Because sometimes they're wrong. They're wrong often. And then you have to, again, maintain your composure. Act like everything's okay. When they're cussing you out over a coupon, over a piece of paper, over something as, again, does not matter. And that's what I have found. That's what I found working in retail as a teenager. Things were so petty. Things were so petty for no reason. Yeah. Yeah. Are they really going out of business? I don't know. I don't know. I did hear something about that. I think it might have been last year, but yeah. Yeah. So again, y'all, as we're going into these later months of the year of 2023, somehow it's almost 2024. I have no idea. This year has gone by so fast. But please take time to take care of yourself, do things that bring you joy, schedule in time for yourself, right? Activities that you like to do, prioritizing yourself in the midst of all of this chaos that we're experiencing, taking time for yourself to rest, to create, to play, right? That's important. That's important because we need you here. We need you here for the long term. We need your life to be sustainable. No matter what these systems are telling us, the pressure that they put on us for absolutely no reason, to keep going, to go towards this arbitrary, fake mirage of a deadline that they tell us to keep going towards, exhausting ourselves in the process, wearing out our bodies. You always have the power to take time for yourself and realize that all of this is made up. All of this is made up. Hey, exquisite coils. Happy to see you here. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Donna, so much pettiness. So much pettiness in retail. Yep. That is real. That is real. Yeah. So I hope y'all have a holiday season that feels peaceful to you in whatever way that looks like. that prioritizes your well-being, your care. Um, and yeah, it doesn't have to look like what anyone tells you it has to look like. Who are they? Who are they? What feels good to you? That's what I always want us to go towards. That's what I'm working towards, work in progress. Um, but yeah, just prioritizing what feels good to us, I think. Donna says, yes, these are good suggestions to consider during this time. Thank you so much for taking the time to discuss this. Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate y'all being here so much. Again, I will be, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lori said what? Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll be taking time to rest over the next couple of weeks, and I'll be back on November 30th for a lovely discussion with Dr. Catherine Sophia Bell on prioritizing our pleasure as Black women. Um, she does so much great work around that. She is a world renowned scholar. She's a writer, she's a professor. Um, she's amazing. She's so inspiring to me. So I'll be glad to speak with her about prioritizing our pleasure as Black women on November 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern here. But yes, I appreciate you too, Jana. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for being here. And yeah, hope you have a lovely night. And until next time, y'all. See you later. Bye. Thank you.